let me call you back. I will come back later.
Oh, no, not at all. Come on. This is your class. I think I should probably be going.
All right.
Or perhaps you want me to leave?
Not at all.
Good.
I should
leave. And you're early. The class is in 2 hours' time.
I call this escaping your problem sessions. I like to come here very early sometimes. It makes me think my issues through.
Okay, you can tell me more about it.
Quiet space with almost nil disruptions.
I thought the class should represent a study area for you. I mean, you are a student.
It should, and yes, I am. Earth is hard, man. There is another old world outside there. With me being a student, sometimes it weighs on my shoulders.
My pastor would have probably advised you to cast your burdens unto him.
You go to church. You don't look like that type of a person.
Well, they always say don't judge a book by the covers.
True. What makes you go to this sacred place? What are you escaping from?
You don't have time for that, man. And besides, there is nothing you can do about it.
Let me guess. The school. You are finding it hard to adapt.
I've never belonged anywhere. And it's just a matter of time before I embarrass myself here.
I mean, your father owns the school. What could possibly go wrong?
A lot, actually. He is the chin on my shoulder. You see, all my life, I've been trying to please him. But not once did he act proud of me.
I mean, maybe you are overthinking stuff.
Not really. This is my last chance, he says. This school is his baby. And failing him is the worst thing I can ever do. And now it's been 3 weeks. And nothing seems to be working.
What do you mean?
Come on. You can tell me the truth. I know people have been talking behind my back.
People are always talking. You don't need to concern yourself with them. Maybe you need to review the drastic changes you are taking before they are past.
What drastic changes?
You are hungry to prove your existence and power. You are forgetting the reason behind your changes, sir.
Oh, maybe if you can be a little bit clearer.
For instance, the course review. In as much as you think the revision is in our best interest, it is not. That will mean most of us will be forced to push for our tenure by additional 1 year to cover the course.
How so? But that's what's relevant in the market.
I know. Personally, I have repeated the course. Another additional year will drive me nuts.
It looks like we'll have to carry forward this conversation.
Amen. What's with the sudden change of wardrobe?
Kumbe, you noticed. Thank you.
Atito, what are you up to? This looks weirdly suspicious. You better not be telling on us.
Guys. There is this new product I am selling. Would you be interested?
What product?
Mind your business. It works wonders and it is good for human consumption.
Atito, we wanted to have a private meeting here. Do you mind giving us the room?
Sure, you can have the room with me in it.
Stop being cocky, Atito. This is a private matter.
Not for long.
Guys, we can meet by the corner here.
Farah, where's your friend Cynthia?
Why are you asking me? She is all our friend.
Okay, let me just call him.
Atito, what are you looking at? You should concentrate on consuming your miracle product.
Today you look very different and bombastic. Kwani, are you going for an interview?
I learned indeed, and I passed with flying colors.
Guys, Sishi is not available. I've tried him several times.
Is this some kind of marketplace or something? Can you just spread over? We need some fresh air.
This will not take long, I promise you.
You! And unless you are paying me to stand here like a scarecrow, Ebu, move. Kinyanju, you can have teachers sit as you way. Quit being stubborn, bwana.
I know what you want us to talk about, but you know what? It will take longer than you think.
Hey, Sisha, and your phone is off.
Yes, I know. I switched it off myself.
Sisia, you knew how this Chama meeting was important to us.
That is why I'm saying it will take longer than you think. At least 1 hour. Why can't we just talk after class?
This sounds like Lambo in the making.
Can you move now? Thank you. Move.
Shisha, we invested too much in this deal for it to go south. But let's get to Satori Saturate before I film.
You know, I had no idea you guys were in a Chama. Why wasn't I consulted in the first place?
Because this is Atlas Chama for people who are struggling to make ends meet.
Duh, Kamene also have needs. For some reason, I'm just struggling like you guys.
Oh, really? Is that so?
Yeah, for the longest time, you know, I've always wanted my own Audi A4, but my dad keeps telling me I have to wait for 4 good months. 4 months, imagine.
And you call it that your hustling story?
Bottom line, everyone is hustling.
Shisha, where is our Lucy?
Not the Afara. That is our private issue.
Let us just say she's kind of a street girl right now. The plans you hate kind of went through the roof.
Whose roof? When you are keeping 9 in your house.
I wish I could. I tried all the avenues I had. Unfortunately, my landlord could not allow Lucy to hibernate in my humble abode.
So what I'm understanding with all this is that your Chama colluded to have Shisia live with a girl named Lucy, right?
You Mongoloid, where did you hear that from?
Agi, Lucy is our cow. An investment we made after a few monthly installments.
Lucy is a cow. Okay, I've had enough for the day.
You bought a cow in Nairobi and you are all living in rentals.
Kwani, what is wrong with that kind of forward thinking?
If I may ask, how have you been taking care of it?
What do you take us for? Of course we had Shisha here to look after her, now that his palace has a lot of idle land for grazing.
That is what happens when a sheep reads the frog. Why do you think Jesus had to be the reader?
Now, this is why I did not want our issues to be heard here in class. Now, see.
Guys, I think we need to find plan P for Lucy. You know, a friend was holding her for us, but I don't think it would be for long.
A friend? You didn't think to share that with your fellow investors, Sisha?
It was a short time to bother with what bureaucratically motivated the decision you are going to make on the issue.
Those are very serious ones, brother. Congratulations.
I think you are welcome.
So, where is he?
Huko mashinani. At least I know she's getting fresh grass and water.
Guys, this is our baby. We need to do something.
I mean, I recently came into a plenty of space at my current residence, but I don't think my boss is going to be listening to me.
What do you mean your current residence?
For your 411, you guys listen. I got a job. I am now a domestic management executive at a home in where Kileleswa. Atito, why are you laughing?
Ati, what are you?
Domestic management executive.
Hey, come on. That is a big title. You want to tell us that they employ you without a certificate, Jaber?
You don't need a certificate to be employed as a house help. Why are you using those sophisticated names for such a humbling position?
That is why they say, one's man meat is another man's poison. Kamene, I'm so happy for you. Go, girl.
Welcome to the world we live in. I think we should start addressing workers by their old titles. If a house help is a domestic management executive, then a garden boy should be called landscape executive.
Atito, you're a funny man.
A petrol attendant should be a fuel transmission technician. He is in charge of the fuel flux that glides through the oily pipes into the casement of the fuel tank.
And wait, a car cleaner should be called a vehicle image developer. You mean the guy is always spotless after his very hard work?
A lift operator, the lift repair guys, is a vertical movement specialist. Put that in your CV and you'll be hired to be the chief of surveillance in the country.
Why are you guys making fun of my title?
Relax, Kamene. We are just having a little fun here. Yani, a window cleaner. Mutu wa kukosa kioo is called a transparent wall technician.
What does that make a gossiper? Mtu wa kusegenya oral research and evaluation executive.
Wow, Kijachi, you're it was in you.
A thief, lifter, or conman should be called a wealth relocation specialist.
That title fits Kinyanji perfectly. Cecilia, I am not specialist, okay?
You guys, let's see how these your silly jokes are going to help with our investment. And maybe you are laughing at our own expenses.
Well, how is everyone doing?
When did you disappear to?
Look, much time has passed, and things are not going like all of us had hoped. But I really wish that we could all settle on a common ground and go past what is holding us back.
Easy for you to say.
Actually, no. It's not easy for me to say. This school is as good as anyone in it. So let us try and make our stay here worth it. Because having said that, I've reviewed a couple of issues which I'm willing to share with you, only if you let me.
Let me guess. You're also extending your library.
What? No. I was talking about the course review. I've halted it now to accommodate students like you.
What do you mean students like us?
You know, those of you who've been here longer, I get that the majority of the students here are struggling to pay the small fee. So extending the course tenure will do more harm than good.
My exact sentiments. If only you consulted before making such rash decisions, you could have saved yourself such terrible embarrassments.
I did consult. And yes, I'm embarrassed of the decision in the first place. But then again, I'm so proud of myself because we do learn from our mistakes.
You're rather chilled today. Is it an image you're selling to us or something?
What do you mean?
Mr. Fridge, you're always on top of your voice, screaming at someone, never open to any form of criticism, no matter how gentle. You today is a completely different person.
Guys, let's give teacher here a chance.
Atito, you know, it feels weird calling him Mwalimu. I feel like I am cheating on Mr. Mwangu.
Look at this Dokon. How can you cheat on someone you're not in a relationship with?
One more thing, Mwalimu.
Yes, Julia.
I heard you complain about our supposed accent to other classes.
Complaining is a strong term. I was only saying that I'm finding it difficult to understand what you people are saying. They are all varied and difficult.
Are you trying to insult us?
Oh, not at all. Let's just say it's a work in progress on my end, and it will soon get better.
And Ma'alimu, please listen to us when you have issues. Will that be a problem?
No, it depends on the issues.
What do you mean? Issues is an issues.
Then I'm your guy.
Cheers to a beautiful, beautiful beginning.
Indeed. Now, I've decided to take us 4 topics back. I understand that the majority of you are not on the same page with our last lesson.
Yes, Mr. Teacher. Kumbe you can understand the mood of this class.
That I can. Now, writing a proposal. Put this down. Chapter 1 comprises of, number 1, introduction. The introduction of your project proposal should be short and it should inform those reading the proposal about 3 things. A, what the project will accomplish. B, why the project should be undertaken. And finally, C.
Teacher, sorry to interrupt you, but there is something that is really disturbing me. Do you mind if I share?
Oh, fire away.
Now, a friend of mine, against my wishes, of course, took a mobile loan. If only he had talked to me beforehand.
There is no need to be ashamed of taking these cheap loans. One day, Atito, it will come out. One day.
With my wealth, I borrow a mobile loan. That was for a friend.
But of course, how can you?
What was your question, Theophilus?
Now, this friend of mine, when he was registering through the loan app, he was prompted by the app to allow the app to gain access to his contact, of which he did. What a stupid mistake.
Atito, but that is how they work. How is that a stupid mistake?
That was the beginning of the problem. The app demanded that he take a selfie before the loan was approved, of which he did. Because he was desperate, he did as well, just to qualify for a 10K loan.
10,000 from our own app. That is good money.
Oh, those applications charge very high interest. Why would even one be...
How do you know about those apps? Experience, eh?
Something of the sort.
That is not all, teacher. He was expecting some funds later on through that week. Luckily, that did not happen. His employer did not pay him, and the loan people are pestering him.
Welcome to the real world, Atito.
I know how the real world operates. This is something else. These people are calling everyone on my friend's contact list just because of a loan he took.
What are you talking about? Eh? They usually call or text, or worse, list you to the CRB. Eh? What do you mean calling your list of friends?
How did they get that contact list of your phone?
Remember, at the point of registration, the app asks you to allow the phone to gain access to contacts, messages, take a photo, and everyone who is connected to you.
Oh, yeah. My word. And the way people save their contact list as, my dad, sis, mom, and what on?
These people are threatening his ailing mother and family. Remember, you need to provide 3 guarantors before the loan is dispatched to you, even if it is 1,000 bob.
They are in total breach of the law.
I know. I wanted to sue these guys, but I don't have a reason to back me up.
Parliament did clear bills that seeks to regulate mobile loan rates and treatment of defaulted credit to protect borrowers from predatory lenders like this one. There are comprehensive laws protecting individual data.
Mr. Fledge, this sounds like we can fight and win.
Fighting what? I'm not fighting. Have in mind that I'm not a lawyer. Now, the risk of infringing on privacy is growing by the day, given the increased frequency and granularity of the data being collected, and advances in technology for processing them. This has inevitably led to the need for the laws to secure personal data privacy.
Teacher, I was looking for a solution, not a lecture on this.
The law requires express, explicit, unequivocal, free, specific, and informed consent to personal data processing from the data subjects. The collectors are not allowed to call anyone from the borrower's list unless they are explicitly allowed.
We can sue on this ground.
Well, the decision is yours now. I have shared my 2 cents.
Sisi now I can now cheat on Mr. Mwango. Mwalimu ayava nisu.
I'm afraid we are not going to learn anything if you keep on solving personal issues. Can we just carry on with the lesson, please?
But mine is not personal.
Oh, great. Is it school related?
It is group related.
Oh, group assignment, all right.
My group members are making decision on my behalf against my wishes. So what should I do?
I don't understand. What unit is that?
It is not a unit, it is Lucy.
Oh, here we go again. Can't you guys keep private issues private? You are just tap to anyone you think would listen.
Okay, now, sorry guys, but I think you've lost me.
Sir, we made an investment as a group and bought a cow. And now we're struggling to get a residential place for her.
That's a huge investment and commitment.
My thoughts exactly.
Kamene here has been bragging about her Porsche residence. I think she secretly wants to take Lucy, but she's afraid.
Sisia, no one has asked, and that is my problem.
Okay, and how did you want me to come in?
Come in where?
Okay, sorry, you asked for my assistance. How can I be of help?
Mwalimu, I wanted you to ask my group members nicely if I can take in Lucy.
But Kamene, this is class time. I thought it was a burning issue.
So you would rather help Atito and not me? This is lazy.
So here goes nothing. May the group members do as she wishes.
Will you take Lucy?
Please take Lucy.
And why are you smiling like an idiot? Will you or will you not?
I will think about it.
Ma'alimu, let us just progress with the glass.
Easy for you to say so. Lucy is not in your hands right now.
Kamene, will it be? Yes?
Yes, Mwalimu.
Now Lucy is all yours. I shall deliver the extra Napier class tomorrow evening. And I forgot, I shall advise you on how to get her back. Now I think we can learn.
Finally. Now, writing a proposal. The introduction of your project proposal should be short and should inform those reading the proposal about 3 things. A, what the project will accomplish.
We already know to those, Mr. Fledge.
Oh, my bad.
Well, Mwalimu, I might as well get this over with.
Is it related to today's topic?
Not at all, but something I want you to help me with.
We have wasted the whole lesson. Can we kindly... Oh. Maybe if you extend another 30 minutes.
There is a time for everything, sir. A time to reap, a time to sow, a time to study, and a time to rest.
But we've not studied anything, Theophilus.
Moral of the story.
Hey, you.
Yes, mwalimu. Sisia, I can't bring back losing by myself.